Christmas kitchen with Pen. Now, I hear a lot of people say that they don't like turkey. Personally, I love it. They say that they find turkey too dry, too bland, too boring. Well, if you're one of those people, have you thought about a rib of beef? I mean, look at that. It's blooming heavy and all. So, that's what we're cooking today. And because Steve calls himself Dr. Season, I'm going to get him in here to season the beef, have a little chat with you. I'll get it cooked. You'll see it later.
Hello, Dr. Season here. Right, so it's a big bit of beef. I have washed my hands before anybody starts. Right, Pen has put some of our garlic, salt and black pepper on the bottom.
Shall I move them down so they can see?
Yeah, I'll just move it down. Won't you, Pen?
Yeah. Right.
Bit more. See my belly.
More. Oops, can't even see now, can I? And that's on a piece of greaseproof paper.
Right, so obviously, realistically, doing it this way, you need prepared to throw what you don't use away. It's a big piece of beef, so this needs plenty of seasoning. Okay, so some of you might have a breakdown, but believe me, I'm an expert. I know what I'm doing.
Have you got an ology? A seasonology?
Yeah, I've got quite a few things. Judge says I'm not allowed to bring them all out though.
Oh, fair enough.
On the fat.
Which, because it's proper fat, will render
Yeah,
down
this
beautifully.
is proper beef, so I mean it's not something that we have very often. It's too expensive, but we got a deal.
Actually, we got a deal just after last Christmas. We split the beef down into two and vac packed it and froze it.
Yep, did that without even moving my lips. Right, there you go. So as you can see, that's a lot.
You missed the side.
Well, that's bone really.
That's not though.
Right, there you go. Simple as that. Don't be tight with the seasoning, especially on a piece of beef like this size. Right, so that's me done. I've hopefully made a mess, and I'll see you later. Thank you.
Right, as you know, our beef is all ready to go. I'm a bit high, aren't I? Our beef is all ready to go. I have prepared a trivet of vegetables, and all they are a couple of carrots, a couple of onions, some rosemary sprigs and plenty of garlic. And that's just to keep the beef off of the bottom of the tray so that the air will circulate all round. Now, we have also, got to pick it up. I'm going to pop it in there and then rinse my hands off. Right, there's our beef going in on top of the vegetables. Now I need to rinse my hands, bear with. Right. So that we get our beef cooked to the temperature that we want, and we're going for 71 degrees because this has a bone in, we are using our meter, which Steve has put into the middle of the meat, not right next to the bone either, and it shows us on our phone what temperature it is. At the moment the beef is room temperature at 17, we're looking for 71, and the air around it is 28. So I've set the Ninja 10-in-1 because it's the closest thing I have to a cooker, and most of you will have a cooker, and I've set it at 170, and at the moment it's been on for a while, and I've got it on for 1 hour and 35 minutes. I don't think it will take that long, but at least I'll be covered. If I need to cook it for longer, I'll just press extra time. So we're going in, and I've moved it down to shelf number 2. That's it. I can't do any more until it's cooked. And when it is cooked, he'll be back after it's had a rest. Get him, and we'll carve it and we'll have a taste. I'm not going to show you the full dinner today because some of you apparently don't like seeing the full dinners. You just want to see what I've cooked. So there you go. That's all. Hang on, the enforcer's here. That's what you'll see today. Right, we'll be back. Right, now, one of the best things about using a meter probe is the fact that it will beep and tell you when you get within 5 minutes of your cook time. And I'll just show you. According to this, I've got 4 minutes remaining, and it'll beep again in a minute. But it also gives you an estimated cook day. It gives you an estimated cook time. And a while back, it said estimated cook time was 1 hour. Hello, 1 hour 49 minutes. So I upped the time by, I don't know, probably about 30 minutes. I don't know if you can see, that's saying that I've still got an hour there. So it didn't take as long as it said anyway. But I think he's eager to eat some because it smells absolutely delicious. Can you see that? Let's move you in.
You can't come in, you've got no trousers on.
Oh, not again. There you go. Looking good. Say 3 more minutes. As soon as it's ready, out it comes, and it will be put and covered in foil, ready to cool. Right. Remove from the heat is what my meter probe is saying. So let's stop the cook. All right. And we'll remove it from the heat. Now, that is the crust that has got all beautifully coloured, and that's why you need a lot of seasoning. And I did say that it would release lots and lots of fat, didn't I? And I'll show you that in a moment. All right, okay, I've done that. Right, now it's resting. It gives us a rest time too. So I'm going to obviously leave the probe in and take the beef out and take off all the veggies that it sat on. Right, and put that onto a plate to rest. Look at that. Oh my God. Now that's got to rest for a good while, because resting it, your meat has gone, because it's been in a hot place, right? Like you, if you get in a hot bath, your skin, you sort of go like that. And that's what's happened to your meat. So we need it to rest and to relax so that all the juices go back into the meat. But talking about the fats, okay. Sieve. Let's move you. And I've put the sieve over just an ordinary cereal bowl. And what I love about this particular tray that I used is it's got a spout so that I can pour off any fat, any juices. Now this, all these bits of vegetables here will not go to waste, because where's my spoon? It's fallen down. When I make my gravy, I'm going to put these in the pan and we shall use those and extract more flavour to go into our gravy. But for now, I could eat the garlic right now because it'll be delicious. and sticky and just so blooming good. Right, that's all our veggies. Just going to push down to get rid of as much of the oil as I can. When I say oil, it's not oil, it is pure beef fat. So let's just pour the rest of that through. Right, there we go. Right, and take my hands off now. Hands off? Don't take my hands off. Take my oven gloves off now, and that is all your delicious beef fat. Now, back in the day, my mum, and possibly yours too, depending on your age, would have kept that. Used some for the roast potatoes, but a bowl of that was always on the windowsill in my mum's kitchen, toast and dripping with pepper and salt. She loved it, so did my dad, so did my nan. I think it's a throwback from the war years, but some people still like it. And to be honest, I mean, it's all good for you. That bit at the bottom should all go sort of jellified. But we're here for the beef, so let's take another look at this beef before I cover it. I'm going to go and get a piece of foil and cover it, and we'll be back in about half an hour, our time. A few seconds for you to cut and taste. Told you it'd tell us when it was ready. Look, it's saying ready, so it's rested enough. So I'm going to uncover it, remove the, try to remove, there you go, remove the probe, and that needs washing. I'm going to put the meat onto a board so that Steve can carve it. Got loads and loads of juices, resting juices on the plate. They'll go into the gravy. So onto the board it goes. I'm going to move everything out of the way and Steve will carve some and taste it. And this is where a tiny kitchen's a pain. Ain't it? Right, do you want it angled down so they can see the carve?
Yeah, I want it. What I will do is at some point I will cut the rib out.
Now what you've got to remember with rib of beef is there is fat in it. Oh, I wanted the end piece, but never mind.
There is the end piece.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. No, that's the bit I wanted. I wanted a bit of all the crust. Mm-hmm.
Seasoned to perfection.
Of course. Who made the seasoning?
It's absolutely wonderful.
That is beautiful. Look.
It's not overdone. I mean, don't forget, it's sunshine. That's the edge piece. As you get further in, there'll be less done, but that's absolutely.
Right. That is better than the last one. I told you we cut it into two. The last one, it was nice, but not a patch on that. So, excuse me, eating with my mouth full. Talking with my mouth full. If you don't like turkey, you think it's dry, it's boring, treat yourself to a rib of beef and cook
it's a
it.
bit of fat. Proper beef fat.
And cook it like we have. Seasoning is a must. Old-fashioned beef.
Yeah.
That's what beef. This is what beef used to taste like. Yeah. Right.
That is wonderful.
It's not as fat. Right, I've got my beef dripping, so beef dripping roast potatoes. Do you want a Yorkie today?
I don't.
It's difficult to make just one Yorkie, but I'll give it a go. Anyway, rib of beef for your Christmas dinner.
I'll have it.
I'm now wishing we'd left it, but never mind. Thank you for watching this episode of In the Christmas Kitchen with Pen and
Steve.
Oh, I thought you were Dr. Susan.
Oh, sorry, Dr. Susan.
And we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
I know I've said my goodbyes and Steve's now leaving. What I meant to say to you was cook to temperature, not to time. I could tell you to cook your joint of beef for an hour and a half, an hour and 20 minutes. But obviously it depends on the size of your joint. It depends on the temperature of your joint before you start. And it depends on how well cooked you like your beef. So I promise you, I'm going now. Bye-bye.